Okay, we're in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, 4 days out until election 2024. We've heard arguments from pundits, podcasters, and politicians, but now it's time to get down to the debates that don't matter. I'm Amalea Hammitt, and this is DimWit Debates. Alright, here's how it's going to work. 5 rounds. Following each round, we take it over to our tribunal, who will give thoughts and vote for a winner for each round. Best 3 out of 5 wins the debate. Now, before we get into the main topics, we're going to go around, meet our dimwits, meet our panel, and everyone is going to get a quick warm-up question. Sound good? Great. All right, we'll start with our dimwits. We have a rematch from last time. We got Ryan versus Heather. Heather took home the W last time. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Cool. You guys ready for your warm-up questions?
Heck yeah.
Sure.
All right, so we started with Ryan last time, so Heather, let's start with you this time. We have a ranker question for you. Least likely to most likely. Rank these 3 TV dads on how likely they'd be to snap, go into a nervous breakdown, and attempt to burn the house to the ground in their underwear. We got Danny Tanner from Full House, Tony Soprano from The Sopranos, and Malcolm's dad from Malcolm in the Middle. Heather, least to most likely.
So, the easy choice as most likely would be, obviously Tony Soprano, but I'm not going there. Because, Danny Tanner, he always had, that sadistic look to him, and when he was, talking to the girls, I was always he's just one step away from, absolutely annihilating, burning the house down, and taking those 2 twins and shoving them somewhere. So I'm going to say he's the most.
Who's next?
Again, I could say Tony, but I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go Malcolm in the Middle. He had too many kids, and they were all annoying, and he just had to take them out.
And he's married to Lois.
He is married to Lois, although I loved Lois.
Great character.
Great show.
Yeah, great show.
So least likely.
I'm going to go with Tony because, I feel like he had it together enough not to burn the house down.
Gotcha. So the question was least likely to most likely. You went most likely to least likely, but doesn't matter in DimWit Debates.
It's part of the dimwit part.
There you go. Playing the part. Love it, Heather. Thank you. Taking it over to Ryan. Heather beat you last time. Have you learned from your mistakes and ready to take home a victory?
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, you ready for your warm-up question, Ryan?
Again, we'll see.
If you could know any life stat, what would it be? So we're talking, how many times you walk past a serial killer, how many dumps you've taken in your life, that kind of thing. Any life stat, what are you choosing?
So, I've always wanted to know, what is the average time that I've been in the bathroom in my life? Average, not total. Per time I go in the bathroom, what's the average amount of time that I'm in the bathroom in my entire life?
Out of curiosity, what would your prediction be?
If Christine had to answer this question, she would probably say 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
He's just scrolling at that point.
All right, so we're going overall average time in the bathroom.
Yep.
All right, good.
Curious.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you both. I am very much looking forward to hearing you guys debate. Heading over to our tribunal, you guys are going to be judging the debates. The power rests in your hands. But first, we got to meet you guys and get some warm-up questions. We're going to start with the guy over there in the Eagle shirt, Mr. Marty. How you doing, Marty?
Going on?
Thanks for being here. My old co-worker from Sky Zone Trampoline Park. We had some good times there, right?
Pretty sweet.
Now
Cool.
it makes sense.
Well, you ready for your warm-up question, Marty? First time on the panel?
Yes.
You find yourself accidentally wandering into these 3 separate scenes. You can only escape one. Which one do you escape?
Okay. The scariest one I'm looking at is all the way to the right. It's just already immediately for you. The other guy, the middle, I feel like there's a story back there. I can get on board with what they're supporting.
Huh?
I can get on board with what they're supporting. I can get on board with what they're supporting. I can get on board with what they're supporting. The guns and everything like that. They're about to go kill somebody. It's probably for a good reason. The guys in the middle, or the guys in the front, I don't know. They seem like they're about to cook up a spell. Again, it's probably a good one. Maybe they're trying to stop global warming, as we talked about earlier. Who knows? The guys on the right, nothing but bad things could go there. that just looks like bad news, drugs, HIV. Like, I just want to get out of there. So, and the best way to do that is by telling them I'm also with the party, right?
Right.
And then at the same time being like, hey, so my boyfriend's outside, and then kind of running out of there with any clothes I can get together because they clearly took them all off.
Beautiful. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Ryan, do you agree?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you, Marty McDonald. Appreciate it. Going on to Emily right there in the middle. How you doing, Emily?
Hello.
Day after Halloween. Any good Halloween costumes this year? What'd you dress up as?
Corduroy.
Corduroy? Wait, the book? The kid's book?
The bear.
There you go. Love that. That's a great costume. Very original. Emily, are you ready for your warm-up question?
I'm ready.
What is more scumbaggish? Picking up married, pregnant women at Lamaze class? Or closing the elevator door before a man in a wheelchair can make it in?
Definitely picking up married, pregnant women at a Lamaze class, although I get it. But I am guilty of immediately closing the elevator door and not holding it for anyone. I don't care if you're in a wheelchair. You should actually be faster getting there if you wheel yourself faster.
Say you're at a building in New York City. Would you be more inclined to hold the elevator for someone on crutches or a wheelchair, or like a celebrity?
No, I'll do a celebrity, depending who.
Tom Hanks.
I'll hold him for a picture.
Okay.
Yep.
What about
Interesting.
Tom Hanks in a wheelchair?
Now that's a twist.
Cool. Thank you very much, Emily. We're very much looking forward to you judging today. All right, taking it over to our last member of the tribunal, our tiebreaker, the beautiful Amalea, NYU graduate. Should have a lot of good opinions. Are you ready for your warm-up?
I guess I have to be. So.
Great. Well, this is a game of heroes versus villains, okay? You're going to get screenshots of 3 different people from the Jerry Springer Show. Based on looks alone, you have to determine whether they are a hero or a villain. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get our first screenshot. Amalea, this gentleman right here, hero or villain?
You know, the hair wants to give me super villain vibes, but I actually think this guy's the hero.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Let's play the clip and let's find out.
So,
Do you think people really change, or do they just tell you they do?
did
Wondering.
you sleep with Danielle or do anything with her?
I'm asking you, what do you think? Of course we did. I'm a cheater. That's what I do. I cheat.
Heather, is unapologetically cheating on your partner make one a hero or a villain?
Definitely a villain.
I would agree.
Thank you.
You know, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, don't judge a book by its cover, but...
It's your cheeks.
Cool.
They're so cute. That's what.
I agree.
Trying to be nice.
Nah, that book was definitely a villain, so.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Amelie, you ready for screenshot number 2?
Yes.
Let's see screenshot number 2. This guy right here, hero or villain?
Did they ever have?
I don't want to make the same mistake twice, because, usually the men are the villain. This is really hard.
He looks like a rule follower.
I know. Part of me is thinking maybe he is a hero.
Dude looks like he was running Auschwitz.
All right, let's roll the clip.
I don't feel confident about this at all.
It's kind of nervous on national TV, I know, but I wanted to ask, maybe you could be my girlfriend.
Well, Brad, I have to tell you, I'm a man.
I'll try anything once.
Ryan, does accepting the one you care about exactly who they are make one a hero or a villain?
That was crazy. No.
Hero or villain?
Villain.
Amelie, what are you thinking?
I think hero.
Okay.
No, thank you.
He's accepting the one that he loves.
He's open.
He's
like,
definitely
all
a line in the sand, and that was past the line in the sand.
Christine, you
No,
want to tell
because here's the thing: the line in the sand. He chose to go on the other side with that person.
No, thank you.
Could have said no. I'm not into it.
Let's go to our final screenshot before we jump into round 1. So, Amelie, this gentleman right here, hero or villain?
Villain.
Okay. Let's roll the clip.
That's racist.
He's licking his lips. It's just something about it is scheming to me.
And so what's going on here? Like, Corey, I want to know, like, why do you always, like, call me girls' names that we know personally? Like, when we're having sex.
I
That's
mean,
just...
Emily, is it wrong for a guy to call his girlfriend other girls' names in bed?
Absolutely. I don't think he's making the mistake on accident. If it's multiple girls, he's doing that one on purpose.
So we're going villain.
Villain.
Amalea, would you agree?
I agree. It would only be hero if it was 100% consensual on both sides. Which, I mean, some people might be into that, but
Beautiful.
I would say villain.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tribunal. Thank you, Dimwits. You guys ready to jump into round one?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Now, before we jump into the first round, we're going into a gritty and intense political issue. So the winner of this round is going to get a special advantage to choose from that can only be used in the next round. All right? So to get you thinking, the advantages are as follows. First, we have David Muring. You will receive preferential treatment from the Moderator and Tribunal. Next, we have Tribunal's Redemption. We've seen this before. This is where Tribunal picks a word that your opponent cannot say, and it should be a word that could easily slip out in conversation if unchecked. And then we have Coach Pitch, where Tribunal picks your opponent's next answer. And we all know if you get penalized, you get locked up for freedom of speech.
Been there before.
All right, you guys ready to go into round one?
That was great.
Yep.
Nah, dude.
The election is in 4 days. I think everyone knows who they're voting for at this point. But I am certain that this question has not been brought up, and I, for one, think that this is a question that could sway quite a bit of voters. Who makes the better school lunch for their kids? Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? Ryan, we're going to start with you. You got a minute.
So I want to start off by saying, obviously, Donald Trump can get whatever he wants, right? They get a personal chef in their house. They can cook up 5-star, quality food every single day to have them prep for food for lunch. 5-star beef, 5-star the juice. Come on. Kamala's not even coming close to the options that Donald Trump can provide for his kids at lunch. What is she going to make? Bologna and cheese sandwich? Oh, okay. That's a standard lunch. Done.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Ryan.
Physically making it.
Heather, you're arguing for Vice President Harris.
It's going to be easy. All right, here we go. So, Trump. He can have 5-star things. He can have this. He can have that. Ladies, gentlemen, sitting out there, think about it. What was the best thing about school lunch? And if you don't know this answer, then your parents didn't love you. Getting the cutest note in there from your mom, just saying, I hope you have the best day. I hope you get that hit in that game. I hope you do that. I never cared about, I always had a turkey and American cheese on white bread. I had Cheetos, and same thing every single time. But those notes literally made my day. What is Trump going to say? Is he going to turn on Ave Maria and be like...
Every single day, Donald Trump's telling his kids, you're the best. We know it. Everybody knows it. They don't need notes.
Okay. Good job. Good opening arguments. Give me a main course, a side, and a drink for each of them. Ryan?
Main course, side, and a drink.
What are they packing for their kids?
I would say 8-ounce sirloin. Side, I would go with
side of hate.
Side of great. You know what? He's keeping it simple. You know what? I was going with the 5-star stuff, but he also knows what a good classic is. We get some McDonald's fries on the side and Kool-Aid jammers.
So you're going with sirloin, fries, Kool-Aid jammers.
Done. That's a great lunch. That's a great lunch.
It's an American lunch.
That's an American lunch.
Great. Heather?
Tofu.
Bologna and cheese.
No, it is not bologna and cheese.
Government cheese.
She is probably providing...
Probably got $5 billion worth of money into this lunch.
No, like a bento box. That's what all the families are doing now. It's so cute. You get all these little things on the side that cut out in stars. They look great. A bento box. That's what she's doing. And that is 5-star American.
The fuck is a bento?
For anyone who doesn't know what a bento box is, can you please explain what a bento box is?
For the
Organizer.
non-cultured people in the room, a bento box is a small box with different compartments, and you get like all these little charcuteries and everything to eat with it, and it's little bites of everything.
I bet the kids in Ukraine have better lunches than our kids.
Debate it out.
I mean, I already made my case. I mean,
Your case was terrible because you're like, no, then he's gonna keep it simple and he's gonna get some McDonald's fries.
listen,
some
first of all,
sirloin.
let's not argue that Kool-Aid Jammers are not 5-star quality juice.
I mean, if you want to look like an a-hole now, have you been to school? When's the last time you've been to school? I'm in school every day, and not one kid has a Kool-Aid Jammer.
What are these
I don't
kids?
even think they make them anymore.
What are they
Parents
drinking
vote for
nowadays?
Kids, what they like to drink. Oh, they love a Snapple. It's a big Snapple family. Big Snapples.
Well, here's a fact. Trump makes better lunches for his kids.
Trump doesn't even know his kids' names.
Yeah, but they eat good.
They might eat good, but what's good? Without their dad every night.
McDonald's is not a bento box. That's
I mean,
good.
clearly Trump worked at McDonald's to show the American people.
Oh my goodness, he didn't even know where he was for half the time he was there. He thought he was in California. I'm like, you're in Bucks County, bro.
They're asking to speak to the manager. They ain't getting Kamala. They're getting Trump.
You said her name right, finally. Good job.
I know.
That's,
All right.
It was a lot of effort.
that's that Deptford education there.
All right, short and sweet. I
Damn.
think that's plenty. I think that was a good debate. I think that was good arguments from both of you guys. Let's take it over to the tribunal, see what they're thinking. Marty, we're going to start with you. Trump with the sirloin, fries, and Kool-Aid Jammers, or Kamala with the bento box?
So Trump, I'm definitely going Trump, because any meal, I wouldn't, mine almost got it. Maybe not all those aspects, but they're pretty good. Definitely better than but I don't know what it was. Whatever she said. Other than that, Kamala, the Democrat, she's good friends with and supports Michelle Obama. I don't know if anybody remembers. Last time that was taken over, they tried to pass fucking napkins as like chicken nuggets and shit. I'm not eating that. Let's go on the school healthy diet. Those lunches sucked. Okay, Michelle?
Took away the
And guess what? I didn't lose any weight, and lunch sucked.
You
And if anybody
lost those good cookies.
and if anybody thinks their lunch was amazing because mom wrote them a note, those kids had a shitty lunch and they got beat up.
My
I don't
mom's
think the
dead,
notes
thank
helped
you.
at all. If I saw a note from some kid's mom, I would tell them, and they would usually tuck it in their goddamn pocket and stuff that napkin shit-ass tofu lunch that Kamala / Michelle would have packed for them. I'm going Trump. He doesn't have to know his kid's name. So you go, here you go, whatever the fuck your face is. Here's McDonald's, Kool-Aid Jammers, the goddamn sirloin. Trump all the way.
All right, we got one vote for
Strictly
Ryan.
for lunch.
Emily, do we agree or disagree with Marty? What are your thoughts?
Ryan started off strong. You lost me at the note. Usually, I mean, I'm a teacher. My kids can't read, so they don't really care about the note. My parents never gave me a note. Or
I'm sorry for you.
if it was a note, it's either melted and you can't even see because of the ice pack in there. So the note's gone. No one cares about the note. Ryan, McDonald's fries, great idea, but when you think about a school lunch, they're waiting hours to get into lunch.
And a steak?
And McDonald's leftover, once they get cold, McDonald's fries are done. So
That's
it's
fair.
like, the steak was good, McDonald's fries, But I still have to go with Trump. Bento box, no kid wants. They eat half of it, not even. They don't want the healthy stuff.
What grade
that
do
goes
you
in
teach?
the bento box. Kindergarten first.
Yeah, I teach high school and I see it every single day
Yeah,
of my
high
life.
school-
High school kids
High
get it.
school
No,
kids-
that's even worse.
So Democrats, certain kids are better than others.
High school
I
kid-
don't-
I mean, if Kamala's packing her high school kid lunch, I mean, you gotta learn how to
Her
let go.
kid's not in high
I
school.
think that we have a different
You
conversation.
need to
for
let
sure.
go. You gotta start teaching, do things on your own. So
And-
right there,
So Emily, your
I'll
vote
go
goes
with
to
Trump.
Ryan for Trump.
I'm going with Trump.
Amalea, Ryan won this round. Give us your thoughts.
You put up a good fight. I do think Trump's kids will end up having high cholesterol, salt. And also I have a 6-year-old sister who loves bento boxes, so kids do like the healthy stuff, so I have to go with Kamala.
Trump's well in his 80s, very healthy. Can't be that bad.
All right.
Have you watched anything lately with that man?
I have.
Oh, okay. Can you spell his name?
He's a gunshot survivor.
Okay. Oh my God! Do not even start.
Show some respect.
All right. So Ryan takes round number 1. So Ryan, you have won yourself an advantage. Which one are you going to go with for this next round?
David Muir.
So you're going to go with David Muiring. That means you will receive preferential treatment from myself moderating as well as the tribunal. Heather, get your work cut out for you.
Good luck.
Okay, so this next topic applies to us in the Philly area. Amalea is originally from Florida, so you're not going to have any idea who either of these people are, so you'll be a good objective voice. But
Sure.
which Philadelphia athlete needs to get their ass out of town ASAP? And we started with Ryan last time, so we'll start with you, Heather.
Oh, I'm actually not getting dissed. I thought you were going to be like, no, you don't get to go first.
Well, this is a long round.
Don't worry, you're not getting a Beto box, so you're good.
Anyway. Easy.
Heather, I did want to say that your time is up. Ryan, where are you going?
Go ahead, Heather. I'll give you.
No, go ahead. I want to
She
hear
had a
it.
good point, though.
Alright. This is pretty easy for me. Still fresh on the wounds. Get your ass out of here. Nick Castellanos, you look like a Little League batter up the bat.
He lives down the street.
He lives literally down the street. I know exactly where he lives, and probably part of why
That's creepy.
is, well, everybody around here knows where he lives. He literally bought Ben Simmons' house. Which also probably is the reason why. Like, he's completely as bad as he is because Ben Simmons became as bad as he was. How do you swing at pitches and his approach? The first pitch, these pitchers all know exactly what he's doing, and you think at this professional level, he would have every bit of an idea of where these pitches are happening. Outside swing. Literally, the fan base cheered because he didn't swing at a pitch that was 5 feet outside the plate. Thank God he didn't.
Heather?
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Nick getting out of Philly, did you watch any of the series?
I wish I did.
Okay, but I mean, seriously, he was the only bright spot for half of the time.
Heather, I feel like you're getting a little off topic. Could you please tell us who your choice is?
Anyway, Moderator. My choice is plain and simple, and every person agrees with me, Joel Embiid.
MVP Joel Embiid?
The only thing he cares about is individual awards, Joel Embiid. I played in the Olympics, sat my ass on the bench the whole time, got in for 4 minutes, and now I can't play right now. My knee is hurt. What's going on? I don't know why anyone would ever give a crap about the Olympics. They were winning. It doesn't matter.
He went to play for the Olympics, though.
Oh, wow. He went to play for 4 minutes, and now he can't play for a team that pays him all that. And the only thing he cared about was getting the individual award because he said his country cares about that.
Thank you, Heather. Ryan?
Nick Castellanos. I don't care if your kid comes to the game. I don't have any sentimental reason to tie that to you getting yourself out of the city. You were brought into here as a 300 batting average hitter, solid outfielder, and for pieces at a time, you're, I would consider yourself a top hitter.
Mostly 1 for 20. 1 for 20.
JT stunk.
Okay.
But he's
and
also,
JT's
but he's also
knees
still
are shot. He's gonna have to go play first base. Can't play first
Are we
base
talking
because
about
Bryce
JT
Harper's already there.
or Castellanos?
I'm saying that you're saying Castellanos
Excuse me, Heather,
needs to get out of town.
Heather-
It sounds like Real Muto could be a better choice.
Heather, I did want to say that his argument was for Nick Castellanos and not JT Remuto.
Right, so
just to be clear.
Just to be clear, I was showing.
Right. So I don't know if you're getting this tribunal, but thank you, Heather. Ryan?
No, we got all of it.
Joel Embiid has been the centerpiece of the Sixers for the last...
Not winning. No, they haven't won jack except he won MVP in that, and he's like, my country's really proud about that. Who cares about winning individual awards? Bring a championship home if you're that good.
Now I'm going to go to each one of you. If your person was right in this room with us right now, what would you say to them? Right?
What was going through your head when you were up to bat? Before you were going up to bat, what was your thought? Like, I'm sure in your head you know, game to game, bat to bat, that your issues, or at least I hope you know that your issues are that you love to swing at those outside pitches. So in your head, as those pitches are those weaknesses of yours, why is it every single at bat you still find a way to swing at those pitches? It's so frustrating to watch. It's so frustrating at that level, being paid the amount of money that you're being paid to swing at those pitches. Embiid, it's not about skill. If Embiid's out there on the court and he's healthy, he is the best basketball player in the NBA.
Did you watch him in the
He is the
Olympics?
best basketball
Marty,
player
you
in the
agree
NBA.
with
Athlete.
Marty, do you agree that when Joel Embiid is healthy, he is the best NBA player?
Honestly, yes. Yeah, that is true. But that doesn't define anything about... He's the type of dude, when he steps on the court, he's there to score the points, get fame. I want this, I want that. It's all about me. And guess what? As soon as he gets sore, or if he starts playing bad, guess what happens? That's why he's playing bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, my team, or my elbow is sore. That's the only reason.
Gotcha. Thank you, Marty. Heather, you got Joel Embiid right here in the room. What are you saying to him?
Drop him.
lady up a bit. I can't, it's because man up, not tough enough. Lady up a bit. Lady up a bit. Get out there, play. Stop doing it for yourself. Play for the team. He was crying today that the city, I've done so much for the city. All the city asks is that you play your heart out and leave it all on the court. We love those players. We will pick you. Allen Iverson was crazy off the court. We adored him because he put his heart and soul out there. Embiid cried when he won MVP because he was so excited and didn't even care that they lost for the 50th time in the second round.
Also, Embiid cried after losing in the playoffs.
Against the Raptors.
All right.
Marty, thoughts?
All right. Yours was Castellanos. Yours was Embiid. Castellanos.
And remember, this is a data
as much
steering
as-
penalty, so we have to show preferential treatment.
As much as I'm not a fan of Castellanos as well, no. And the answer to why, he swings at those pitches, he's also the hero 1 out of every 15 to 30 games. He's the hero. Because guess what? The Phillies have such a great lineup from almost top to bottom. There's JT. There's Harper. There's Schwarber. And even at the beginning, or more than half the beat, boom. There's so many guys. He goes up to the plate going, well, if I strike out, Harper, one of these studs, they'll pick up for it. They'll be the show. And that's how every Phillies game was won.
Emily, how we feeling?
A little iffy on both. Nick Castellanos, I want to like him. Everybody in
Same.
Philly, they like him.
Same.
They like the style of him. I'm not a huge fan of the style, like button up your shirt. He does come in clutch. He was probably the best one in the playoffs.
Yes.
He was the most reliable, hitting-wise. But he's always swinging for the fences. He's swinging at balls in the dirt. Also, fielding, he's always diving for plays you don't really need to dive for. Like, just make the play, get out. But I'm also seeing Heather, where it's like, Embiid gets touched, and it's like, oh my god, my knee. My knee's broken. Like, no, relax, you just got shoved. So he's a big baby. But also on Heather's point of, oh, well, he played in the Olympics. Like, he was taken personal. I mean, he was playing hurt in the Olympics. That says something.
No, he shouldn't have gone to
Right,
the Olympics.
but that
His
shows-
job is at home. He did not care about winning. He wanted to be on the world stage. He even cried when he didn't get into the game.
He cares about his stats when he gets a sprained ankle.
So, Emily, who's your vote going to? And to confirm, your vote was for Heather for Embiid.
100%.
Okay. Emily?
I want to say Castellanos, but Heather might have the win here because Tyrese Maxey, start young. He's your new go-to. I'm going to go with Embiid.
Beautiful. Amalea, we're going to take it over to you, who has no idea who any of these players are, based on the arguments.
I just want
who
everyone to
you
have a
think
great
won this one?
time.
She's both teams have fun.
She's from Cincinnati.
I was gonna say I follow these Cincinnati teams, so I really don't care about the Philly teams.
Well, no, I was saying because Nick Castellanos is from Cincinnati.
I mean, I'm a football girly,
So are
Both
the
teams,
Kelseys.
She's more right.
I have to say, in the spirit of the debate and the spirit of the preferential treatment, I'm going to give Ryan this one.
With no fact to bring it up,
I love it.
Heather,
Just
you have
feelings.
won round 2,
Just feelings.
despite an advantage against you. Moving on to round 3. Everyone laments over a rough death and a good story, right? We've all had one that just hits a little bit harder, so we are going to debate which dead fictional character would you choose to revive? And to clarify, we did agree on that question, or did we change the phrasing?
No, that was it.
This was a good one? Okay. Heather, I believe we started with you last time, so Ryan, shoot.
Sick. So, I'm gonna whip out my Marvel nerd.
What? Oh, okay. I got nervous for a second.
It's all
Instead
good.
of whipping out, and I was like, oh, shoot. Is it that type of show?
What are we doing here?
God forbid.
I was waiting for you to say more.
Rob's watching. All right, so
Hey, Rob.
no, we'll please edit that out.
Keep the part where he goes sick.
Yeah. So for this one, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's one of the greatest cinematic moments in, I think, any movie history. Iron Man.
Cliche.
Right, now I can't. I
Tony
have
Stark,
no emotion,
Iron
now I
Man, when
can't.
he dies in.
And for anyone who doesn't know, please
Ruined
explain
it.
to us how he dies.
So in Infinity Wars, he originally stands and
Now I don't need to watch it.
everybody, everybody dies and blah blah blah, and then he go back to the game. He doesn't want to do anything about it, and through the end, he's the one that has to take the life. It's like the 3,000th chance or whatever that Doctor Strange saw, and it was his life that he had to sacrifice in order to make sure that Thanos got eliminated. So I would argue that that is one of the greatest moments in cinematic history, and to bring him back would be a brilliant thing for Marvel, considering how bad they've been for the last couple of years, except for Deadpool versus Wolverine, which is an awesome movie as well.
Thank you, Ryan. Heather?
For me, I think something that hit all of our souls deeply was the cinematic masterpiece that was Titanic. And ladies and gentlemen, there was room enough on that headboard to get Jack on there. I mean, think about their lives together. They would have went, had kids, did everything that she did together, and then the heart of the ocean, they could have sold that thing and been set up a cute little orphanage for people, did something good with their lives with the heart of the ocean. But Jack, there's plenty of room.
That's why she let him drown. Billy Zane is her ex-boyfriend. He's a billionaire.
So Ryan is going with Iron Man. Heather is going from Jack from Titanic.
100%.
Debate it out.
So anyone that, whether you're a Marvel fan or you just enjoy really good movies, Titanic obviously is one of the greatest movies that have ever been made. Not going to argue that. But screw Jack, right? Like he's painting naked woman on a boat that he shouldn't even be on, right? Like he just found his way on this boat.
He won his way in a poker match.
He did win his way in a poker match.
Okay, but who cares about Jack? Like, clearly Rose did. So, when it comes to Iron Man actually was somebody that everyone beloved. He was looked upon. This whole situation regarding killing Thanos had to do with the fact that Iron Man literally was the cult, like the person behind the design to kill Thanos. And the end result was the only way to kill Thanos was Iron Man himself dying because of it. Nobody gives a shit about Jack.
Did you get
Rose
laid
didn't
in
give a
high
shit
school?
about Jack. There's plenty of room in that. There's plenty of room in that plank. Rose was like, you know what? You're
That's
kind
like
of
a
poor.
human being. You're talking about a fictional,
They're both fictional.
Yeah, but
Which
your
Ryan just
fictional mine's more believable. Yours flies in the air and takes out his little heart thing.
He is a
Tony
human.
Stark is basically Elon Musk. Like, if Elon Musk really wanted to, he could probably design an Iron Man suit. So, with that said, you're telling me,
Iron Man died.
you're telling me, and
Tony's the hottest man on earth, and you said Elon Musk with him? Like,
brilliant man.
God.
But anyway, so infinite space. You're telling me that there's, in that infinite world, that there's not living beings and all that kind of stuff out there. That I'm not saying the Marvel world could be a thing, right?
No,
but
you just did.
But
You're hoping. You're like, God, every
Ryan,
night.
you got your back. Get back.
If
Get back to
that's
your
out there, please let me see it.
In your case, I think that Leonardo DiCaprio drowned because he knew Kate Winslet wasn't going to be 17 forever. So,
It's definitely
we're
part
going
of
to take
that
it over to the
Listen,
tribunal.
she's
17 in
still
that movie?
hot.
She was 17?
Emily, let's start with you this time.
I
Who
think-
are we thinking? Are we thinking Jack from Titanic, or are we thinking Iron Man?
I'm a little biased because I don't know anything about the Avengers. I only know
So you're
about
ignorant.
Jack. I can say Jack was a gentleman because, he was willing to share he was willing to give her the board. Rose was a bitch and didn't want to share it. I mean, she had other options to fall back on, though. Did you see the Ruby?
Jack was a swindler. He found rich women, stupid, young, and naive, so he could draw porn about them.
So he played the game right, and he had a great trip.
He was smart, still a scumbag.
I can't really say.
He drew
because
a
I
lady
didn't see
with
the
no
Avengers.
arm because he thought she was
However,
beautiful.
Based
Gross.
off my friends seeing the movie, they were very heartbroken about Iron Man dying. I mean, it was a spoiler for me. I can't really
I'll
vote
say it.
though,
I
if that's
almost
okay, because I don't know. I don't know the Avengers.
So your vote goes to Jack.
I guess so.
Thank you. Marty, you look like you have a big disagreement. What's going on?
Jack was a common, low-life, especially given what was that, the 40s, 50s, swindler. He won that ticket, gave it a poker game.
1814.
Listen,
Hold on. What did you say? What year?
I said 40s or 50s.
It's like 1814 or 1816
Yeah, it was
or
like
19.
Yeah, it was
what is
That's
it?
a long time ago.
1912.
Sorry. He was
It's
a common,
also fake. Just
he was
so
a common
everybody
swindler. He got on that boat, saw pretty girls, like, look at how she's dressed.
What does an uncommon swindler look like?
Like Jack in the Titanic.
But you said he was a common,
A
and I
nice
was wondering what an uncommon.
Pinkman. Go back to the
1912.
the gangs of New York. Cameron Diaz. That's who he was. Pickpocket, low life, preyed on the rich. That's what he did. Other than that, Jack, kind of a piece of shit, and verbatim, I'll never let go. Literally let go. Literally let go. Iron Man.
So you go Iron Man.
Giving the count, I am.
Yeah.
Taking it over to Amalea, who happens to be our resident Marvel expert.
She
I
is.
did.
But you have also seen Titanic as well, right?
Yes, actually, my
Beautiful.
little brother went through a big Titanic phase when he was like 4 and watched the movie, but of course, obviously couldn't watch all the naked and romance parts and would just skip to when the boat sank because he was
Those
really
are the
into
important
engineering.
That's really sick. Actually.
Yeah,
That's
no,
sick.
it was super fucked up.
The family thinks it's engineering. He's like, who would I put on that boat?
He would draw like time lapse pictures of the boat sinking. Like he was super into it. So I've seen both movies many
That's
times.
not
That sounds
engineering.
frightening,
That's not
though.
engineering.
It was kind
know
of
what to be-
scary.
Like, that's adorable or shit.
It was kind of scary.
Who are we voting for, Amalea?
But this is easy. Okay, I love Titanic, but I have to go with the impact, right? Like, the Jack's life is not really changing a lot for anyone, and you're talking about saving the whole universe.
Not a country, not a world.
Jack was until she was 80.
That's true. I mean,
He may have not even existed. They could, and then at the end they couldn't say they couldn't find
She's
any
80.
information.
There's
She
also-
probably had dementia for all we know.
Could have.
you also have to think about the emotional buy-in of the movie. Like, the fact that Tony Stark's death was so emotional for a movie that was, like, about superheroes and mostly CGI, even though Tony Stark is a human. That says something about the weight of the character and the weight of the death. So I have to go with
Even
Ryan
as a
on this
robot, though, I've never seen the movie.
The suit.
So Amalea, you're voting for Ryan.
100%.
Beautiful.
Sorry,
So
I was
Ryan,
Before
thinking he's
the
a
question
robot.
was even answered.
Ryan up
He had a suit.
2-1, going into round 4.
There you go.
We are just past Halloween, the day after. Terrifier 3 is slashing its way into theaters. Did anyone see Terrifier 3?
No.
No, but good point.
So going into the fourth round, which kids movie should be remade as an R-rated horror film? And I think, Ryan, we started with you last time. Heather, we'll start with you. You got a minute. What do you got?
So I was thinking about nostalgia. I was thinking about the time. I was thinking about what's coming up. And Mariah woke up today and they thawed her out. So what better than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Hear me out. The island of misfit toys is pissed that these kids threw them on this island. They come in for revenge, y'all. They come in for
I
revenge.
thought you were about to get on PC.
Is this remaining in clay motion?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They gotta keep the nostalgia.
Love it. All right. Thank you, Heather. Short and sweet. We love it. Ryan, you got a minute whenever you start speaking.
Polar Express. And here's why. You got a grown man. First of all, out of all grown men, it's Tom Hanks. Pulling in a bunch of kids to go on a train to go to the North Pole. Next thing you know, he takes them to Epstein Island. All hell breaks loose from there. Rated R.
There's no massages going on though.
That would be like X.
Debate it out.
I mean, I don't think that's like. I think it's too soon, maybe for that. I gotta tell you though, the island of misfit toys, they feel like they have been just discarded, thrown aside, and then they come back for their revenge, and they're climbing in their windows, and like they're helping get each other up there. They're like, come on, let's go, little, what was he, an elephant with like the trunk all messed up, and he's coming in at you with all this elephant ears and stuff like that. That would freak me out.
Listen, I get it. I was actually, I was thinking about Small Soldiers, the toy soldiers movie. I feel like that could be rated R anyway, but
a little bit.
Polar Express, you got Tom Hanks.
It's the scariest thing.
Tom Hanks, who in himself is really scary, right?
I love Tom Hanks.
Like, yeah, we loved him growing up, and now you see where he's at. He's
68 and living his best life.
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
Yeah, he was on Diddy's VIP list. But
No, was he? What, did I miss that?
We're gonna
Check that. This is really upsetting me now. I gotta go home.
Listen,
Tom Hanks, big.
listen, I've already been upset for the last couple of months and a couple of years.
Actually, if you can, like,
All of our celebrities that we knew to love are all part of the Diddy list.
But not Tom Hanks.
J-Lo, Leonardo DiCaprio.
I mean, I'm not saying
Jack.
I'm loving these people, but like Tom
All right.
Hanks.
In your movie, are we going to Epstein Island or the North Pole?
Oh, God.
No, they're going. They think they're going to the North Pole, but they're going to Epstein Island.
So, like, they're actually going north.
It really depends on the direction of where Epstein Island.
The Maxwell
That is
Express.
south.
Ryan, did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself? This is turning into a whole different debate.
transfer.
He's on Diddy's island.
Yeah, Diddy's a part of that.
This was short and sweet. Let's take it over to the Tribunal, see what their thoughts are lying. Marty, starting with you, buddy.
I'm definitely, like, first and foremost, Artie, I'm agreeing with Heather, putting it out there. Because that sounds like a terrifying movie. Like, the misfit toys, like, we've been treated like misfits. Like, we're capable of awful, horrific shit.
Just out of curiosity, out of your toys that you played with growing up, which one would you be most fearful for retaliation?
My God, is that fat?
Which one did it rip a hole in?
No, I just got that recently. The one I'm most afraid of would have to be. I had a. Damn, what was the Disney? The Disney? No, and it used to scare me too. Beauty and the Beast. I got a Beast thing from an aunt and uncle. I don't see anymore. That scared me so much, and then I watched Poltergeist, the original.
Oh my God,
Right,
scary
yeah,
movie.
yeah, that's a good one.
That was like my first movie seeing. Like,
I hate.
oh my God,
clowns.
these things can kill you when they're haunted. The Beast is already a little intimidating, and I was like, oh my God, like, and I used to like, and I didn't care for the toy, but I'd be like, I'm gonna put it on the shelf, upright, like, right.
You won't wake up at night,
Just
right?
as if like that, but like theoretically, it was Chucky. It was like, dude, like, I've been cool to you, right? So if you come to like do shit, like not
Kill
me,
everyone
right?
else,
And my brother
not me,
lives, he's
yeah.
next door, like.
Beautiful. So you're going with Heather.
I am only because I will support pedophilia, which I feel like Ryan's leaning towards.
Rated R.
And Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks, we all know that dude's a sweetheart. What are you talking about? Don't you sully him. Don't you sully Tom Hanks.
I gotta fact check that.
Results were unclear.
We have results unclear, so we'll call it a wash.
It's on your
There's
mind,
a reason why it's unclear. Trump hasn't won yet.
Emily, what are your thoughts?
I mean, everyone's talking about creepy dolls. That's not what was in Rudolph. Like, it was a cute little elephant. There's a cute little boy that just wants to be a dentist. Are you guys forgetting the little puppet in Polar Express that is like...
Oh, yeah.
It's a dark scene and he's lost and he's now fighting around toys. That was terrifying.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is taking them from behind.
Yeah, and then the post...
I mean, there's no supervision on that train.
A rated
bunch of kids.
The movie is horror movie. I have to go with Polar Express because that's more of the horror movie.
Okay, so Amalea.
This is hard. I think, I feel the opposite on you on like genre. I feel like that Polar Express is more of like a psychological. I mean, it's obviously scary, but it's not like a traditional horror movie, you know, like a slasher maybe. And I could see where Rudolph could be a slasher. I think you brought up a great point with the dentist. Nothing is more scary than that little blonde guy coming up with some dental tools and just going after you. So I think for the slasher element that could be present in Rudolph, I'm gonna have to go.
Somebody went to college.
With Heather on this one.
Okay. All right, thank you. We are now tied. We are going into our final round. 4 days out from the election, whether your candidate wins or whether your candidate loses, you can always indulge in good comfort food. I'm excited about this one because I love French fries, so we are going to debate the best fast food French fries. Heather, we're going to start with you. Minute starts when you start talking.
I know it's easy to pick the big guys, and earlier today we were talking about McDonald's fries suck if they get cold. You know, there's all these things. Checkers. Checkers fries are the absolute only reason Checkers is still open. They are the perfect consistency, crunch, creaminess on the inside, and seasoning. Something that all other fries are missing.
So we are going Checkers. Ryan, best fast food French fry.
Before I get into it, creamy?
Yeah, that texture inside. Crispy outside, creamy inside.
Ryan, what's your French fry?
It's a French fry.
Burger King. Burger King fries are by far the best fries.
Now.
You don't need sweet and sour sauce. You don't need ketchup. You don't need any type of dipping sauce. These fries are elite. McDonald's fries.
Wait, clarify. Chicken fries or French fries?
No, I'm talking regular fries.
All right, thank you.
French fries.
We should be.
Yeah, chicken fries. They kind of.
Right on. Go ahead.
They used to be good, but not anymore. But no, the French fries are elite.
Beautiful. Debate it out.
End the debate. I won 3-2.
If Checkers fries are so good, I would love to know for everybody in this room the amount of time, and I guarantee none of those people in this room can count to the fingers on their hand, how many times they've been to Checkers in their life.
Yeah, I don't have enough fingers on.
I've been to Checkers. I
can say how many times we DoorDash.
Like, honestly. Yeah, many times in my life.
Yeah,
okay. Burger King fries are elite.
Shit.
It's always the right temperature.
Nope.
You can eat them cold. McDonald's
Never
fries
can.
going back to
They
that
don't even
point.
put
If they're
seasoning
cold,
on their white boy.
anytime I make a point, you talk over me.
It's true. Salty.
You know, I just want to make my point across. Burger King fries, whether it's hot, fresh, cold, no dipping sauce, it doesn't matter. Checkers fries are good. I'm not saying that they're not good. But
Superior.
they have all this extra seasoning on there. They have to do all this extra hoopla on there. Burger
What
King
is the
fries
best French fry dipping sauce?
Sweet and sour sauce.
Okay. Heather, best
Ranch.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting. You know.
It's interesting.
Ranch.
Not arguing against it. That's just interesting.
Don't beat the dead horse.
Quick closing argument. Heather, why are your fries superior?
Just the consistency of that fry. It's a thicker fry, so you get the crunch on the outside. Like I said, the softness on the inside. They are always piping hot every time you get them. And It's insane. They will give you a big gulp size of fries if you wanted it. They sell them that way because they're that damn good. And I can't tell you another thing I've ever bought at that place besides fries.
Thank you, Heather. Ryan?
I think Checkers has pretty good burgers, but
I've never had one.
either way, when it comes to the Burger King fries, like I said, cold, hot, fresh, eat them tomorrow. I'm still craving Burger King fries, so that's where I'm standing at.
Beautiful.
Christine,
Thank you both.
Right now.
Tribunal, you are about to decide the winner of this debate. Emily, let's start with you.
I was gonna say
I'm a huge fast food fan. I was thinking it was wild for Heather to recommend. I just was like, all right, not too many people know about it. You know, it's one of the, not hidden, but not as popular. You dropped the ball on that one, Ryan, with Burger King. The only thing Burger King has going for them is their commercial song. That's it. No one ever shows up for Burger King. Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants to see a 30-year-old wearing a crown eating a burger. So, Ryan, you had besides two others, every other fast food option to say.
You really blew it on that one.
Yeah.
You could have named any other one, and I would have been like, I could have your back a little bit. Checkers. That's a good deal. You got the seasoned fries. Like you said, all right, I want ketchup, honey mustard. If they forget to package it, it's okay. Your day's not ruined.
Yes.
Because it's a seasoned fry.
Boom.
Even Checkers, because it's seasoned, you could eat those cold. It's a little mushy too. It's okay.
So your vote goes to.
I'm a big fast food fan, Ryan. You failed me.
Okay, so you're going with
Go for Checkers.
You're going with Checkers. Emily, curiosity, what's your go-to French fry?
McDonald's.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all you need to say.
Amalea.
She could pick a
Who we
medication.
vote for?
Okay. This is tough because I've never had Checkers fries.
You
You're not
don't need
missing
to.
anything.
Just
But I
one
did Google a
Burger
picture. So, I don't know, I like the seasoning. Burger King is like a staple. I feel like, to be honest, I don't really like the idea of either of these fries. But for the sake of what Ryan's arguing, like a solid fry that you could then build upon in any scenario, I'll give this one to Ryan.
Beautiful. So that means Marty.
Being nice.
One man, one
You know how
choice,
to build
one
a show,
winner.
That's what it is.
Who wins this whole debate?
I love her argument to both sides. The fact that she's never had the other fry and still was contemplating, I think already shows how bad Burger King is. But the fact is, fries are fries when it comes down to it. So when you brought up the argument, Ryan, cold, hot, no. There's not a cold fry on earth that even tastes remotely good. If anything, it's beyond bad. I'd rather eat a sponge. Used. That's awful. Other than that, Checkers are phenomenal. To bring up Emily's point, that was an excellent point. You forgot your ketchup or whatever, dipping sauce, ranch, Heather, that's a lot out there.
I love ranch.
Other than that, no, you can't go wrong. You're still going to have a good day with those fries. Burger King, man, I wanted you to win. What, but by the way, Five Guys better than both. Just
There we go. Amalea, what's your go-to fry?
Five Guys is a solid option.
30 hours for
I
fries.
hate Arby's, but Arby's fries are
Yeah,
that was my second
Arby's
choice.
is terrible.
Yeah.
But
Chick-fil-A's
fries,
fries.
come on.
Arby's my
is
second.
better than Burger King.
And my one point is fast food fries are fast food fries. So when it comes down to it, it's quantity is the number one answer, and that's Five Guys.
All right, guys, tell me I suck at life.
All right. Well done. Well debated, Heather. This is your second victory in a row. Thank you both. You are both Dimwit champions. You have both won in the past. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Well done, Heather. Tribunal, you guys did an amazing job. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Is this a participation panel? No.
Confirming Morse code from the North Atlantic, the RMS Titanic is sinking rapidly and will be under the freezing Atlantic in a matter of minutes, leading to what will presumably be a great loss as the closest ship, the Carpathia, is still hours away. A drive into deep left field by Castellanos ties this game up. S.H.I.E.L.D. has put out a press release confirming the death of Tony Stark, Iron Man, sacrificing himself for the universe, as Castellano drives this one hard to left. It has been confirmed by Fox News that the train of children en route to the North Pole was mistakenly rerouted to Epstein Island, as Castellanos hammers this one to left for a home run.